That's his sacred cow. She's perfect. Don't dare talk about her. No. No.
Hello, sister friends. Welcome to Monday night's recap. Well, I don't know if it's recap, discussion, if you will, of Sister Wives. Brought to you by Merle in her statement necklace. We haven't seen a lot of statement necklaces now that I think about it from Dear Robin, have we? It's also brought to you by our frontal lobe. Because Cody was not using his frontal lobe, his occipital lobe, his parietal lobe, or his temporal lobe when he was trying to dance. So we're bringing him some brains. All righty, we'll keep you right there. Let me say hi to some people and we'll get going. I just looked over to make sure my microphone was on. It's been more than once that it hasn't. Okay. Alyssa's here. Hi, Alyssa1704. Lynn Skinner, thank you for moderating and making me laugh by throwing in "fill the love tonight with this experience." Such a great sentence. It's such a Cody sentence if I ever heard one. Fill the love tonight with this experience. So good. Oh, okay. Kathy's here. Hi, Kathy. Misty, Cranky Granny, Jennifer Harmon, Mama Squirrel, Danny. Let's see. Scroll. Elizabeth, Lisa Carter. To be specific, we have lots of Lisas. Nadine, hello. Cam, whoops, I skipped over you. Cam 49, hello. Rhonda, whoa, Kathy, that's you again, Kathy. Hi, Rhonda. The chat keeps scrolling, and so when I go to click on it, it moves beyond, and so I end up clicking on the next one. So I might just click your name twice. Good to see you, Miss Rhonda. Rhonda, they broke ground on my home, my new townhome in Nashville. Very excited. Today, it was supposed to be Friday, and it rained, of course. Today, it's supposed to snow in Nashville. Oh, delays. Sam, good to see you. Soshitel, hello. Liz, hello. Pookie, hello. Crystal Lynn, Stacy. Oh, look at all the people here. Stacy, Jane, Darlene, Lady Bat. I hear an echo. Somehow it's also streaming on my laptop in the other room. I'm going to have you guys, Hi Knit My Bit, and Pam and Candace, I'm going to have you talk amongst yourselves for a second while I go close my laptop in the other room. Or I'm going to hear myself echo this entire time. That's going to drive me crazy. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. That's better. And it gave me an opportunity to remember that I have saved something for you women. All of you who've been with me for at least a year will recognize this. Dun, da, da, da. Do you remember these, friends? Here we go.
I got you to hold my hand. I got you to understand. I got you to walk with me. I got you to talk with me. I got you to kiss goodnight. I got you to hold me tight. I got you to
Yes, yes, yes. Happy belated Halloween. I'm putting all the Halloween decorations away and I'm like, oh, I forgot. Sonny and Cher, who sometimes I slip and call Donnie and Marie, but it was the same era. Okay, let's see. He can't even use his earlobes. That's funny. Oh, this is funny. Okay, Lady Bat and Brenda and Wendy and Joni. Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, we have Darlene has been a member for a month. Hello, Darlene. Pam says, hugs to all, stay safe and warm. That's right. Yeah, this crazy snow that everyone's getting. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. And Lynn just popped up now. Member for 13 months. Yes. Excellent. Which is about, I mean, Lynn was right there at the very beginning. So that's how long I've had memberships, I guess. I just got notification from YouTube that I've been doing this for 2 years. I started in November 2 years ago. Where does the time go? Okay. Oops, I don't have my banner going. Let's start off here with SOS supporters right off the top. And we're going to start talking about the show now. Okay. Craziness. Where to begin? Where to begin? I guess we can kind of take it in order. And I think I'm going to shock a lot of you by saying I enjoyed this episode. I did. And I'm convinced, I haven't watched anything on social yet, but I'm convinced people are going to say it was really boring and that they hated it. Constantly. Listen, I just got finished editing that little bit for the video. Don't think I didn't notice the constantlys in this one. He's constantly saying constantly, and he says it like that. At one point, I had paused the thing, and his mouth was just going. It's a little aggressive. Like maybe if you didn't make your mouth such a big rounded O, it wouldn't sound so constantly. Yes, I enjoyed the episode. It was not at all boring to me. I loved everything that was in North Carolina. I love seeing the kids. So I love seeing Maddie. I love seeing her husband, Caleb. And I love seeing the grandkids. I love the other kids that were there. Savannah, Gabe, Peyton. I mean, come on. I was there for it. And just the banter back and forth and Peyton giving Gabe a hard time because Gabe hadn't notified him that he had a girlfriend, a serious girlfriend, because he's moving in with her, which I didn't get either. I put that in the video too. I'm still not following that whole storyline. Like, how long has he known her that he's moving to move in with her in Colorado? And it's only for 9 months because then he's going to college. So I guess he's living on campus, but obviously he can't live on campus yet. So he's moving in with the girlfriend. Did he go to this college in Chicago because he was dating this girl first? And if so, how did he find her? He slipped into her DMs, which like a random girl in I was going to say Colorado, in Chicago, how that happened. I'm just so confused. But I am happier that he slid into her DMs and she didn't slide into his, because then I would think that maybe she was taking him for something or, for fame to get on TV or something along that line. I'm not a huge fan of the cross earring on Gabe. Gotta say, I wish it was a necklace. I wish it was just a simple gold chain, gold cross necklace. Not a fan. Can't tell you why I'm not a fan, but I do know I'm not a fan. All right. I love you, but those are a tad terrifying. I know. It's Halloween. They're to be spooky. All right. Candace said the song reminds me of the devastation I felt when I learned of Sonny and Cher's divorce. So good. Oh, he clearly cannot dance. No, which is making me a little bit even more nervous. Listen, I'm telling you, sister friends, listen up. I know he wants to get on Dancing with the Stars because he loves to dance and he needs money. So I really, really, really don't want them to ever ask him. And luckily, his show's on TLC, and TLC is semi-affiliated with NBC if it's going to be a major broadcasting, because I believe Discovery is kind of under the NBC umbrella. And they tend to want to take their own talent. But because it's TLC and not NBC Direct, I'm thinking there's a chance. And they do take other people, because they take, athletes and just people who are known out in the world. Bindi from Crocodile Hunter's daughter, like they'll take other people that are out there. But I feel like because of the competition of networks, they don't want to promote something that's not going to be part of the ABC Disney family of broadcast stations. So that's in our favor that he won't get chosen because of that. But that doesn't mean that it's never happened before. It has. And if they saw him trying to learn this dance and how he kept screwing it up over and over and over again, and all the excuses he came up with, I swear there's a producer over there going, that's good TV. He is a hot mess. He's the train wreck that we always want to see. Most train wrecks don't want to be on because they're embarrassed by it. But Cody's clueless. He thinks he can dance. So I think it would make for excellent television. Now, in the event that happens, you all have to promise me that we will all watch the first episode and vote. I think you vote like 7 times or something like that. Vote. Get your husband's phone to vote, get your neighbor's phone to vote, get your kids' phones to vote, and everybody vote for the next worst person. You don't vote for Cody because we need the ego to come down a notch. We need him to be voted off by the public, which is probably even better than the judges giving him low scores, because obviously he's not going to get high scores. So that's what we need to do. We can't vote for really who our favorites are, or for who we think the best dancer is, because the best dancer will still be there the next week and the week after that. We got to get Cody out sooner. We can't go through this 7 episodes of Special Forces watching Cody Brown, waiting for him to go. And with every episode, I'm thinking, oh, his ego's getting this much bigger. Special Forces. The 8 episodes. Yeah. Okay. So, well, exactly. I said this when we were watching it live on Sunday night together. Well, I thought she breakdanced, Little Miss. I'm not sure. First of all, she says she loves to dance. Then she says she doesn't know how to dance. Like we kind of were all over the map, because at first it was, oh, I really like to dance and I want to learn how to dance. The only reason I don't dance is just because Cody's a little crazy out there. And so I just stand there like a stripper pole. She's so shy, but yet she will use the analogy that she is a stripper pole and Cody is a stripper. To the dance instructors, she's all embarrassed because Cody said she wants me to learn how to dance because she thinks that I don't dance properly and I need to learn. Oh, Cody, that was so embarrassing. I can't believe he said that in front of people. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But then she tells them afterwards, well, yeah, it's like I just stand there like the pole and he dances around me. Well, what other pole do people dance around besides stripper pole? I mean, Cody came out and used the word stripper and stripper pole in the couch interview, but it's understood by everybody. If you're dancing around, unless it's some maypole or something, this is a stripper pole, because he's not just skipping around it. He's being a freak. He's not really acting like a stripper either, because he can't dance. All right. Super chat. Well, all right. When it pops up, I'll see it. It's not letting me again. Here we go. I'll do it this way. There we go. Hey, living an eclectic life. Thank you for the super chat. Cody and Christine to be on the same season of Dancing with the Stars. Oh, and he's voted off first. Well, look at you producing over here, Eclectic. Yes, that would be good. Put them both on. And I do believe that Dancing with the Stars is one of those shows where you get paid per episode. It's the incentive to stay on the show versus Special Forces. And I get why in Special Forces they don't do it, because I don't know, people get all caught up in their mind and they'll do things they really don't want to do. And so it's truly a volunteer thing, because when you go into the service, it's truly a volunteer thing, sort of, kind of. I know some people feel like they have no other option. So this isn't 100%, but generally speaking, I get it. We want it to be that they can throw in the towel at any point with Special Forces. Whereas Dancing with the Stars, I believe each episode you're on, that's how much money you get. I don't know, whatever it is, 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand per episode or something. Maybe more. So if the two of them were on it together and they went out in episode 1 and 2, could you imagine? Robin would never do it. She'll never do it, because she came right out in this episode and said, I would never be able to do the tango and touch another man, only with my husband. Well, it's not a possibility. So she's going to bow out. And who's going to take care of the teenage tenders if she's not home? I don't think they have a nanny anymore. They probably do. Listen, if they don't have a nanny, you know they have a cleaning lady and probably a cook. Well, not anymore, because there's no money. All right. I just had that whole conversation with myself. I hope you enjoyed. Let me get back to the chat here. All right. Oh, good question. Pookie wants to know, whose counter does Moo leave the bills on now? So confused. I've got these bills and what do I do with them all? I just lay them on your counter, because when I was married, that's what I always did. I just laid them on the counter, and then they were taken care of. And then after my divorce, I would just go to Mama Alice and I would lay them on her counter. So now there's lots of counters. I don't know what to do. Do I just lay them on my counter in my own home? Like, I know they're all sharing a home, but like I have my own very own home where all my kids have their own bedrooms, because that's what they're used to and that's what they need. So that counter in that home, is that where I leave them? Or do I go to Janelle's house because she pays the bills? Could that be? I don't know. It's very confusing. How do bills get paid? All right. I wonder how Moon knows what is true. From Cody. Constantly. Cody certainly is a man who I think jumps onto his computer late at night. Personal opinion. I don't know for certain. Allegedly. I said I think. Oh, that was so cute, right? All right. And I'm denim. What does observation mean? Oh, I'm going to put that clip in the review, because I'm just like, I'm dying right now. I'm melting. She's so precious. Oh my gosh, Evie, watch out. Hold that girl back. Men are going to be fawning over her. She is to die for. She is so sweet. She is so cute. She's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Just adorable. The sweetness is just oozing out of her pores, and I can't stand it. Now I'm so excited for the other two girls to grow up. The boy's cute too. He's cute too, but like, she's just that, you know how girls are, the sweet little quiet girls anyway. Poor Hunter has no prospects. That broke my heart. And Maddie, talk about throwing him under the bus right there on national television. Well, it's not going to be Hunter. He's got no prospects. Why is that? He's such a good guy. He loves kids. He's fun. He brings the fun to the party for sure. He's highly educated. He makes good money. Come on, girls. There's got to be a lot of women at the hospital that he works at, too. I'm assuming he's at a hospital. Yeah, I want to say he was at that. Can't think of the name of it, but famous one. Okay. Okay, so I started saying I enjoyed this. Okay, so I loved everything that was there. I loved hearing about what was going on in everybody's life. We never hear about Savannah, but it was sweet to see her. Savannah always concerns me because she's not a smiley girl, which is okay. Not everyone has to be smiley. I have a daughter who's not smiley and the other one who's very smiley. Like they're very different that way. So some people just aren't smiley, but she looks sad. My non-smiley daughter does have RBF, but she doesn't look sad. She just either looks like she's upset with you, which she's not, or it's just blank kind of stares. But Savannah looks sad to me. It makes me sad. I want to hear that like she's doing great and everything. I want her to have a boyfriend. That would do wonders for her little self-esteem, wouldn't it? Not that you need a boyfriend to increase your self-esteem. Maybe just like she needs a Jen. She needs a Mary's Jen in her life. She needs a gal pal who laughs a lot and brings the fun out of Savannah, like Jen brought the fun out of Mary. There you go. That's what she needs. And then a boyfriend too would be great, but just saying. All right. You thought she'd lose the earring too. Not a fan of the earring. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something is off. It's very Cody Brown. I think that's what it is. It reminds me of Cody as a teenager. Maybe because of that time he talked about getting his ear pierced. I'm not sure. And let me apologize in advance that I have a metal straw with a metal drinking container, and it wasn't until the last second that I realized it. Oh, okay. Moo and Oink were caught out in the wild a few years ago dancing. They looked like they knew what they were doing. Storyline lies. It's getting old. Oh, really? Well, if he knows what he's doing, I don't want him on Dancing with the Stars. But I can't imagine. Because if he knows what he's doing, how come he never dances normally? I mean, he kind of has a couple of the same moves. You can see he does the spin over behind the back, pull out, come in, around behind the back, pull out. Like it's the same 3 moves he does in an order that he does with everyone, but he whips them. All right. It's all about Cody. Cody is never thinking about his partner. I mean, it would be shocking to him. Of course, the woman would have to lead. If he were dancing with a partner, she would have to lead him. But he would have to learn how to lead. And you can't, by leading, it's like bringing the person in with you and guiding the two of you together. Leading isn't like barking out commands, which is what he thinks it is. Oh, goodness. Okay. Candace said, "Oh, please, Jenny, I don't normally watch Dancing with the Stars, but I would tune in and see Cody fumble his routine." Yes. They'd be featuring him a lot at the beginning because when you see him here say, "I just got to do it 10 times." And Robin's like, 10 times? How dumb are you? And then in the Talking Head interview later on, he goes, "I just need to do it 100 times." It's like, oh, all right. The 10 times was when he was there live with them. They probably got to number 10, and then that's when we saw him screw up again and him say, "I just need to do it 2 more times." Okay, 12 times. It wasn't that difficult of a move. I'm sitting there watching it going, all you're doing is the other person is spinning around, and yet he kept trying to spin himself. It was very weird. Okay, and I don't know how to dance, but I'm like, oh, someone. Pretty basic there. I did notice he was taller than Robin in it, though, so I didn't pay attention. He probably was wearing cowboy boots. There you go. And told Robin, wear your ballerina flats so I can be taller than you. Vixen, I agree with you. Who thinks Robin's main accomplishment was to become head wife? Totally, 100%. It was vague to see what she was aiming to do when she became a sister wife. I think that was a real goal. 100%. It was all about the game. She enjoyed the game along the way. It wasn't just, I want to be the head wife, but after I am the head wife, I'm going to still keep the competition on to get more money, to get more time, to get more whatever, just to have more. I'm going to still keep competing to make him my best customer. I wonder if he's her best customer now. I hope she's not denying him in the bedroom now that he doesn't have anywhere else to go. Also, I just got to the point that I started editing. It was still in the first segment. That's as far as I've gotten today. I had too much to do. I didn't even leave the house. But it was laundry and then this and then that happened. And before you knew it, like, oh, I got to fix that. And anyway, I'm going to be gone all morning tomorrow and all evening too. I'm only going to be home for a couple hours in the middle of the day. Dang it. Okay. And then Wednesday's speech therapy day all day. Oh, dang. You guys, I'll get this video out to you eventually. I really, really need to cut off the rest of my life, but I can't. Okay. There was a point. What was I editing that I wanted to tell you about? I was editing something. Oh, well, what did Robin say? So she starts off the interview. Oh, they were asking her about her wedding. And, did you enjoy your wedding day? And there was like the 30-second pause before she could say yeah, which was kind of golden in and of itself. Because, Cody's going to be upset when he sees that. She'll justify it later and say, well, what I was trying to think of during that time was blah, blah, blah. But who in their right mind, who's happy in their marriage, doesn't have somebody come out and say, okay, people have rotten weddings. I get it. There are terrible things that go wrong. I've heard of, oh my gosh, horrible things. Nothing went horribly wrong on her wedding day. Okay, so let's just establish that first, because I know a lot of people are probably like, here I go with the hiccups again, just like yesterday. Here we go. This is what I'm going to do. No straw. There we go. It's got to be annoying to you guys. Okay, there we go. So she said it was good because I accomplished my goal. And at that point, I just thought, whoa! So my mind just went crazy at that point. I'm thinking, there you go. She said it. We've been thinking it all along. She had a mission. She's got to get into this family for fame and fortune and money and to be part of this whole competition. It's her ideal situation. It was a game. And she was like, I will do anything to get in on this family. She accomplished her goal. But then she went on in the next sentence to say, I wanted everybody to feel welcomed and happy and included and safe. Of course. Safe. Ugh. One off. That'd be good. First episode, Cody voted off. Boom, gone. Love it. Okay. Robin does the cow boogie. I love it. When you lie so much, it's hard to keep the lie straight. You got it, Adam Denham. You got it. Okay. I know this is going to sound vulgar, but relationship cannot survive on sex alone. It's true, though. That's all. Cody has a one-track mind. He really does. Honestly, if something happened to Robin and she got like ill and then she wasn't able to perform in bed anymore, he'd be done with her. He'd move on and find somebody else. He has come out and admitted to her, I will take another sister wife if you're okay with the fact that I'm just going to enjoy banging another woman. He said it. And you know he thinks it all the time too, because he completely outed himself. Completely. By, okay, how did he say it? Was it this episode or was it a clip I was looking at today? Because I did spend a lot of time trying to go through clips because I'm in the process of making a new intro for our lives on Tuesdays. And so I was going through a bunch of clips that I had on my phone to find some stuff that I wanted. And he said, shoot. All right, it'll come back to me. It was something along the lines of, what was it? It was just proof that he never went into the AUB because of the faith. It was because of the sex. It was so clear. All right. Oh. Well, James is brilliant, quite frankly. I can't argue with that. I completely agree with them. 100%. You know that Robin said, if we're going to do this and we're going to have dancing as a part of it. Or, here's the other thing. Aurora might be getting engaged soon. There might be another wedding around the corner. And we heard McKelty say it. The reason why this fake made-up scene was uncomfortable with Cody and Robin and I have this boy and now we're dating serious, that was all staged because their relationship was already beyond that, but they have to show the whole progression on the show if it's going to be part of a common thread storyline so that Robin and Cody can get TLC to pay for the wedding. Puke. Makes me upset. So I can totally see her saying, and when we are the parents of the bride, because I don't know. I mean, face it, who's going to come if they get married? Like, who are they going to dance with? Their kids? Like, I don't know about the recommitment thing. They don't appear to have that many friends. Not only do they not appear to have that many friends, Tony and McKelty both said Robin not only doesn't have a good friend like a Jen. Now McKelty's like, I met one or two of her friends. Well, we met one too. It was good friends with the catfisher. So there's that. I mean, good ability to discriminate, Robin. So there's one or two friends. How close was she? Obviously. And then other than that, both McKelty and Tony said Robin has never, to their knowledge, at least as long as they've known her, had a good friend. She's never had a best friend. She never even had a real good friend. Okay. So who's going to come? I guess Cody has other family members that might come to a recommitment ceremony. And I guess she has some family. What family does she have that she still talks to? Her mother? I don't think, I know they said she's not that close with her sisters because they were saying, well, she had sisters. And she's like, yeah, she wasn't really that close with them. So she's not that close with her family. So I don't think there's really much family. There's Mindy might come. It's just a handful of people. It's not going to be like, how are they going to get 50 people to show up for a dancing event or even 25? Changing the banner. I don't know how they would. So I think the dancing was in preparation for the wedding that is imminent, which is Brody and what's her face, which is probably why they also were pushing for another season. Like we can't have the show end before we have somebody pay for the wedding because we don't have any money. That's what I think. And while we're changing the ticker, we now have big supporters and part of our Keep the Lights On Level supporters. And thank you all to Keep the Lights On Level supporters. I appreciate every single one of you. One of the benefits of the levels of big supporter and exclusive is reading the names out loud on the live stream. So here we go. Our big supporters are, you know what? I'm going to do something different. Maybe I'll be able to read the names faster. The way that I have them and the way they roll over to the next one is difficult, but let me see here. I hope this is the right one. There's no date on this. I'm praying I have the right one here. Let me take a look at some of the names of the newer people because I would recognize. No, I think this is last week's. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to this sheet. Oh, this one doesn't have them alphabetized. Dang it. Okay, it's alphabetized on my laptop, and that's in the other room. So, all right, I'm going to read it the way I was doing before. Here we go. Our big supporters, live and learn. I'll be more prepared next week. Kitty 1838, Leslie Reddick, Becky S., April S., Darlene Hall, Carol, Deborah Sabella, Barbara Dijak, Liz S., Alwyn the Mini Chef, Mary, J. Shanty 3, Linda W., Aaliyah, Crafty Florida Lady, Shaniqua Smith, Lynn Skinner, and Knit My Bit. And our exclusive SOS supporters are Lisa Elmer, Shanna Banana, Pam's Crafty Heart. Oh, this is not up to date either. Dang it. Maybe because I didn't hit save. Well, this is what I got, people. I'm sorry. There may be one or two of you have joined in the past couple of days, and I apologize if I don't say your name, but I will for certain do it next Monday. Okay. SOS exclusives: Lisa Elmer, Shanna Banana, Pam's Crafty Heart, Libby Sure, Silky, I think it is because that says silly here, but I think that was one of the typos I had. Janet Ebert, Steph Stevens, Adele Sodal Peterson, Leanna Allen, Gracie Kanakaris, I'm Your Huckleberry, Alyssa 1704, Laura Gruber, Patricia, Anesthetic Life, Yankee Ghost, S. Cassie, Tracy's Fractured History and More, Kimberly Beckstead, Kendra MP, Lavender Vanilla, S.L. Wynn, So Kelly Surfer, Jane Morgan, Oceanborn, Lisa Ochino, Amanda Scott, Joni C., Karita 30, Linda Merman, Lisa Gaska, Holly Jones, Joni C615, Anonymous, Sharon, Echo Gilman, Christine Werhope, Lean, Birdie K., Living an Eclectic Life, Cindy Gregory, Laura McWilliams, Dee Dee, Steamfrog 99, Pinky Tusk, J. Lou, Jennifer Harmon, Carol Annie D, Marie Lingham, Evie, Stacy G, Karen Perk, Skillful Virgo, Shotzi's Peace, Marcia Cooper, Diane Almeida, Farron, That's My Shoe, Amy D, Lindsay B, Lisa, Xochitl Almario, Carla Colson, Alexandria Swan, Rain Lady, Sarah Lewis, Marie Crabb, Waldo's mom, Lisa F., Danny Towns, Ms. Lita, Ladybird's mom, Donna Redmond, Jessica Denham, and Kaylin. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Everybody. Thank you for being here. And let me just say to all of you out there, whether you're a supporter of the channel, whether you're not, the fact that so many of you are watching the videos and watching them all the way through means a lot to me. It really means a lot. These last videos I put up weren't even Sister Wives. They were, the last two covered this last episode of Special Forces, which was highlighting Cody. So you don't have to watch Special Forces to appreciate those two videos. I highly recommend you go watch them. It will be worth your time for certain. And I'm sorry they're so frenetic. They, because he was in so much of it, there was so much that I wanted to include for people to see that I went through copyright strikes about 10 times. It took 3 full days of me redoing. So when it looks like really kind of frenetic and like somebody's like, oh, it's hard to watch, it makes me dizzy. I'm like, just close your eyes because some people are going to be okay with it. But I didn't want it to all be audio with no visual at all. So it's filter after filter after filter I put on them till eventually they pass copyright. Okay. But they were very good. Now, why did I start talking about that? There was a reason for Special Forces, Cody, making the video, thinking, right before I got here, when I was going in the back office to get everybody's names, which are properly on the StreamYard, I know why it didn't show up, because I heard it in there. I never closed out of it on my laptop. I just figured it out. Because I'm sitting here in the back of my mind thinking, I don't understand why it's not working. The fact that I heard the audio there, my StreamYard was still open on my laptop. And because I didn't close it out, it didn't save everything. That's why. Okay. Figure that out. They're 30-minute long videos. And it said my average duration was 20 minutes, which is huge. That is not normal. There's so many people on most videos. I mean, most people don't get to anywhere near half the video in terms of the average duration. I don't want to say most people don't watch it that long, but when you look at the average duration, when I was doing like learning all about this and that, and they're like, your goal is to get people to stay longer. They're going to click out in the first minute or two. And I'm like, I don't even listen to that advice. But the first couple of minutes of my videos are the most boring part of them. Hi, this is Jenny from Senior Perspective, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. I have the worst intros. So God bless you all for getting past that and then watching the whole video. And I'm guessing most of you watch it to the end, because the number of people that click at the beginning and hear that and then click off, which is very common. People scroll through, they click on something, and people make a decision in the first 2 minutes if they're going to stay or if they're not going to stay. I should really focus on that a little bit more. But it means all you sister friends are really watching it to the very end. And I thank you for that, because it really does help the algorithm. It helps the channel in so many ways. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, back to the show. All right, so I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about being in North Carolina. It was sweet. It was nice. It was, again, confirmation that Maddie doesn't speak to her father at all. He doesn't even know she's pregnant. He didn't know she was pregnant with the third. He didn't know she was pregnant with the fourth. Yeah, that'll probably be a storyline next season. Or maybe this season, because if she gives birth during this season, then maybe word will get around to him that she had another baby. So it'll be interesting for them to ask him, when did you find out about this? That'd be good. That would be good. If they're on top of it, that'll be good. There was the Mary stuff, and then there was the Christine stuff. Let's do the Christine stuff first, because that'll go quicker. I appreciated Christine in this episode. This is the raw, vulnerable, deep thinking, listening, not having to have the last word, Christine. I like it. I think David does wonders for her. I think he really calms her down, and he really helps her to listen to other people and not have to be the type A personality all the time. Doesn't have to be the center of attention all the time. I loved it. And the things she said hit hard. They broke my heart when she was talking about how she watched movies and read books with her kids because she needed it as an escape out of what she was going through. And 6 kids and that wacko. I mean, I think she would have been less stressed and had less anxiety if she was raising 6 kids on her own, just a single mother. But she really had a 7th kid, and he had special needs, allegedly. I mean, he doesn't even allegedly, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs more attention than probably all 6 kids did put together. He has special accommodations that need to be done in order to keep him happy. You have to walk on eggshells when you're around him. You have to treat him like a child. Robin just said it the other day. You have to have this reward system for him to get him to do the things you want. No, when you're misbehaving, I don't acknowledge it. But when you're behaving, then I acknowledge you. To, like the basic preschool, kindergarten kind of behavior modification techniques that people use when raising their kids. Like he's a handful, and he's annoying. So it just broke my heart to hear her say that, and it just she was relatable. She was so relatable. Whether you've been in that situation or not, it was so relatable. I just loved it. I don't know a whole lot to say other than I just think that David's good for her, and that was a great scene. This was an episode of like, here's real things happening in their lives. Maddie's really going to have a baby. The kids are really figuring out what observation means. And, dad is talking to his son about it's okay that we're having 3 girls and you're not having a brother. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it, buddy. It's just sweet. It was sweet. Okay. And then, of course, having Savannah, Gabe, and Peyton was just bonus. More kids, the merrier. Loved it. Okay. And it was sweet to hear Savannah say, you have a modern fairy tale or a modern story of falling in love or something along that line. So she spoke. Never hear her speak. She's so sweet the way she speaks too. She just has such a gentle, sweet voice like her mama, right? Adorable. Love her. Okay. So Chantel, was that you that it's Squirrel By that likes the earring? Listen, each to their own. Obviously, everyone, his girlfriend didn't tell him to take it out. So, maybe I'm just in the dark. Maybe it reminds me of something from the past. Not sure. Oh, Danny, that's so sweet of you. Thanks for the Special Forces videos. I prefer it to watching the actual show. Well, yeah. Just take out the Cody scenes and discuss. It's not great for people who just want to follow Special Forces because although other people are mentioned and so you have a general idea who else is on the show, I'm not talking about in depth everybody. Just Cody. That's funny. Pookie said that Cody dances like he's being stung by angry bees. Oh, gosh, it's true. It's so true. Cody's such an old fart now. I don't think he wants a nookie anyway. I think he does. Mama Squirrel, I think he does. I think he is taking supplements, allegedly, that are boosting his testosterone, allegedly, and making him a horn dog. Cody, if he gets to the point that he can't get it up anymore, that day he is on the phone making an appointment with the doctor to get himself a little blue pill. Allegedly. Okay. Cody is always genuinely shocked when Robin hints at bedroom things being okay. One awkward scene. Did you all notice she didn't look at him once during that whole scene? She was looking down at the table while she said it. She didn't mean a word of it. Not a word. All right, so let's do Mary, and then we'll finish off with Cody and Robin. Mary's scene, at first, I was cringing. I'm like, oh, God, here we go again. I liked it, though. I liked it because we learned something. Like, if you're just going to sit there and talk about things we already know about and talk about how hard polygamy is, or, this is why Cody and Robin scenes are so horrible now. All they want to do is talk about what it's like to live life as a polygamist. Cody's sharing with us some great knowledge that at his church back in the day, at his very conservative AUB church, 20, 30 years ago, They would have been appalled if Elvis was there thrusting his pelvis. I think most churches today would be appalled at Elvis thrusting his pelvis at a church dance. Like, thank you for the insight, Cody. Wow, how did you do it? What's he talking about? There's a place and time for everything. And in the church is not the place to be gyrating. But I did in the barn. Okay, it's great. Thanks for sharing, Cody. Thanks for sharing. He's so sick. He's so gross. So I'm sick and tired of the storyline of we are going to teach you more about polygamy. After 15 effing years of watching this show, we know there's not a thing. I think I know more about polygamy than Robin and Cody do combined. Honest to goodness. At this point, it's like you please stop trying to beat it into our heads. And please drop the whole mantra of we're going to get another sister wife. Like, just because the show is called Sister Wives, they are hanging on to loose threads to be connected somehow with Sister Wives, especially since the land is sold now. So there is no reason for them to be communicating with the Sister Wives, including the Sister Wives' kids are not communicating with Cody. Cody's fault. Cody could make this all great, but he won't because he can't, because he's a narcissist, allegedly. Therefore, there is a complete division of Robin and her kids from the whole rest of the family. So what is her significance on a show called Sister Wives? There isn't one. So this is why they keep beating into our heads things about polygamy, things about the AUB. Don't care. Saw it year after year after year after year, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours of Sister Wives show tape. Plus we watch Seeking Sister Wives, but that doesn't really teach you much about Sister Wives. They're all just sort of a hot mess. Most of them are polyamorous. It's just, who knows what that show is. All right. Sorry. I don't even know what made me go down that rant. Oh, just the fact that Robin and Cody's scenes are so boring now. And that's why. Because they're not interesting. See, now Mary was interesting because we learned more about the whole story of the ring. Still a little confusing to me. Don't know how big the ring was that it was able to make multiple kids' rings and have enough left over to make a necklace for Mary with the diamonds, because apparently the diamonds weren't put into the girls' stuff, just the gold was. And if the one they were holding up is the one he made it from, that was a significant amount of gold in that necklace. I'm still thinking it was going to be a small thing, but they kept showing the camera back on this one and it had a line of diamonds in it. And he did say he kept the diamonds and put it in the necklace. So unless he just bought that at Claire's or something. I mean, there's another storyline. And I used up all of the gold on the girls' stuff, and I took the diamonds and I sold them at a pawn shop. So I found something that was similar. That's why it took me so long. When you felt like you were harping and you thought I didn't want to do it. It's not that I didn't want to do it. It's that I couldn't do it because I didn't have the gold. But I'm too big of a big P to tell you I sold it. So I had to spend a lot of time trying to find some sort of gold necklace that had multiple diamonds in it. That's all I can say. Because I just don't understand how that necklace and multiple girls' rings were all made from the one ring that he had. I mean, I know he likes big, chunky, gaudy jewelry, but still, even at that, his horsey ring still was about the amount of gold that was used in that big, it wasn't an infinity. It was more like a ribbon, like the breast cancer ribbon kind of thing. That's sort of what it looked like. I don't know. I'm starting a conspiracy theory here. But something's up with that story. Something's off there. And I do believe that the truth lies in Cody. The question is, will he ever tell it or not? He will if he's hurt by Mary. Truths like that will come out when he gets hurt. Yeah. Okay. Cody and Robin are going to have the Tenders and Tim Gibbons. King Monkey. King Monkey of Puddle Monkey. Woo, 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 woo. He'll be at the, I don't know what he really looks like. I'd have to look him up ahead of time, but you know he's going to be invited. And that's it. Who else are they going to have? Yeah. Everyone should go on strike if they do a vow renewal. Yes. Wouldn't that be great? I don't know. We have to just have the content creators watch it and then share everything that happened. And then everybody can watch it after the first week, because the way ratings go, it's the first 24 hours of watching a show that's out that has data that's important. And then the first 3 days is the second most important data. So how many people watched it within the first 24 hours that it was out is important data in terms of advertising and numbers and just overall ratings. Then how many people watched it within the first 3 days? Those two are the predominant numbers I think they use for like overall ratings for a show. But there is one more number, and that's the 7-day. So how many people watched it within the first week? So within 7 days, what are those numbers? And so those are numbers that they'll use for overall ratings. After that, they don't care. It's not used for advertisers or to get, to make more money. They don't use that data afterwards. So watching it after a week, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, at this day and time, they still have Nielsen ratings anyway. Most people use Nielsen ratings. So if you don't have a Nielsen box in your house, you can watch it. Like TLC will collect their own data. So they'll know. So I guess if a lot of people watch it, even if nobody knows it, they could say, listen, a lot of people are watching this show. So let's keep it on. So I guess there's a chance. All right. She stole her sister's boyfriend. Yes, she did. They need to pay for the Remington instead of their daughter's wedding. That's right. Robin's still looking for a real Remington. They're not that hard to find. I mean, I found it in 2 seconds on a website online. There are a whole bunch of them. She didn't have the money to pay for a real Remington. That's a fake storyline. Lies. Mama Squirrel said Robin should teach Brianna to break dance so she can learn Brody. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know how to dance. Then there's that whole falling to the ground. I mean, it wasn't good dancing at all. It's quite comical, in fact. Yeah, I did see, Wendy, that Pop Psych said that they did an hour on their channel and an hour. I thought usually they stream it at the same time, but I guess they decided to do 1 hour on one channel and a different hour on another channel. So I'll check it out and see what's there. I really, really want to see her reaction to, as of yesterday, they still hadn't done it, reaction to Special Forces, this last episode. I want to know if she agrees with everybody's consensus that he's annoying. Or sometimes, depending on her mood, if she feels sorry for him. Because there is a little part of you that, I mean, depending on the day. At one point when I was editing it, I thought, am I going in too hard on this? Because there was a part of me that felt a little sorry for him because he is so clueless. But then again, it's like treating that kid on the playground that is awkward and is diagnosed with this, that, and the other, and doesn't have friends, and you just feel for him. So, like, there were little points that I thought, if that were my father, this is where I was thinking with the whole McKelty thing. If that were my father, even though he drives me nuts and I don't like him right now, and I disagree with most of the stuff he says and does, he's still my dad, and I don't want people to make fun of him. I don't know. I just shared my honest opinions on my review. And I feel like sometimes he gets the benefit of the doubt just too many times. You know? There are like times like this where I go, that's not right. We shouldn't point out all the times that he's a dork. But yet, if he were ever really contrite, like if he were contrite on the Special Forces show when he was blubbering and crying and saying, I didn't know how to be a dad. I didn't know how to be a husband. I thought I did. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I wasn't. All true words, all good stuff. And he turns around, he walks right out of there, and they're asking him how it went. And he's like, yeah, I gotta start taking some reflection and drop the facade. And he didn't say one thing about his wife or kids. He didn't say anything about how I realize what I've done wrong in the relationships with my family. Like, zip. He was just talking generalizations around it. I'm like, oh my gosh. He completely broke down in there and then comes out and he's already not taking responsibility. Can't keep giving. I don't want to say you can't keep taking the high road, but you can keep taking the high road. But I won't keep taking the high road. He's preventing me from doing so. He's driving me crazy. Ah. All right. Thanks, Ashley. Thanks, Lynn. Oh, these nice comments. Okay. I think so. Noni. I think that if you watch it on double time, that it still counts as 20 minutes because I think it's how much actual tape you're watching. Now, if you skip ahead, I don't think, like if you just all of a sudden move your cursor and start somewhere else, I don't think it counts everything you didn't watch. But if you're watching it, but just watching it fast, I think it still counts. I think it's how much actual sort of like tape you're going over. If I can go back to the cassette tape days. Okay. I should just begin all my videos by professing my true love for Cody. Then people will stay. They'll be like, who's this woman? I do have to watch more. Okay. The quotes Wendy's referring to. Quotes can't be extremely powerful. That's why some got Garrison's favorite quote tattooed. Oh, can be, I think is what she meant to say. They can be. Basically what I said about that is that's how Peyton knows how to communicate. And if you don't have the words, but you know of words, even if they're not your original ones, then I think it's a great strategy and technique. At the same time, I do agree with Cody that it would be great if he starts tapping into using his own words and figuring out what does he really feel in his own words. And I think that there'd be a lot of benefit to that because I know, how frustrated are we watching Cody Brown recite philosophers, songs, and quotes and claiming them as his own words too. Like, to try to sound more intellectual, I think. But it appears that Peyton may have picked up that habit in conjunction with the fact that Christine said we watched a lot of movies and read a lot of books. So that's what he tends to quote. But it does help you distance yourself from what you're really thinking and feeling by borrowing the words from somebody else. But sometimes you have to borrow the words until you can come up with your own. So I thought they were both right in their points of views. And I think they both had good intentions. Yes, and I do believe that Christine is right, that that's his way of communicating. And I believe that David's right. It'd be good for him to learn to dig deeper and come up with his own words. There you go. Okay. Yeah, Mary did have her dress in an old tote, so she isn't loving it to begin with. But oh my God, she made it herself. It's a great dress for her to make herself. She did a good job. It was very apropos for the 1980s too. So it's not, I mean, it's not something people would wear today per se with the big puffy sleeves and that, but big puffy sleeves were in the 80s. And that can't be easy to make with silk. Silk is one of the hardest fabrics to work with. I only know this all from Project Runway, one of my favorite shows. And I wish it was still having new seasons. I don't think it is. All right. Pookie wasn't interested in the memory chest. I wasn't interested in many more things. Like as she started pulling out napkins and this, that, and the other, it's kind of like, I don't really care. But it was interesting to hear Cody's own words in that letter that he wrote her. I talked about that in my video. And to see how many she had in the bottom of that tote from him. And she said it's just the beginning of the barrel of what she received from him. So he was really fawning over her. And they were only married for like a year before Janelle married into the family. He really, really poured it on at the beginning of the relationship. He still made a lot of huge mistakes, quite frankly, because, and I put this in the video, sneak peek. He knows that this is going to be a polygamous relationship. He knows that Mary has insecurities. She is a girl of all of 19 years of age who was raised sheltered in the AUB faith. So she's marrying a guy and knows that he's got a wandering eye because he's always on the lookout for another wife, right? So he's got a wandering eye going like, I mean, he's going to pretend like they approached him because otherwise the faith would be even grosser and creepier than it is. And it's pretty bad right now. So they say that the woman, but like the man drops the hints. Go ahead, talk to my wife. And we saw Cody go on a date with Janelle while he was married to Mary, just the two of them alone without supervision. That was supposed to be a no-no too. Okay, that was in the book. That was in their original book. So I'm thinking Mary is this insecure person. I would be the same way. If I can think of myself as a 19-year-old, I was so much more insecure than I am right now. I don't know why. I don't know what in my circumstances in my life led me to be that way, but I was a lot more insecure. Maybe I'm sure a lot of it was just age. So now you got this 19-year-old. She knows that her husband is at some point going to come up, or some girl's going to come to her and say, I want to marry into your family too. I want to sleep with your husband, basically. Somebody's going to come up to her and say, I want to get down dirty with your husband. Translation. And she's going to have to say, yes, that's okay with me. And I will now split and only have you half the time. That's insane. It's insanity, pure insanity. So what does Cody do according to this letter? He goes out hanging out with his buddy until 2:30 in the morning. Comes home knowing he has to leave at 6:15. Why? What's she doing? She's obviously sitting home all by herself the entire time. It is the most insensitive thing that he could possibly have done. He's the worst. He set her up for her level of insecurity that she has. And that letter in and of itself is proof of it. I want to go through that box and read all the rest of them. Because after she got finished reading that, I'm like, oh no, he didn't. They just got married and he's going out with his buddy till 2:00 in the morning. Doing what? At that time, they were in the AUB church, apparently. They weren't drinking. They weren't supposed to be drinking. His buddy, Kyle, isn't he the, oh no, that was Ken. I don't know who Kyle is. We never met Kyle. I'm assuming all of Cody's friends were either LDS or AUB. So none of them were drinking. Why 2 a.m. leaving your wife all alone at home? unable to reach you because there were no cell phones during that time. It's not like he texted her. He just wrote her a letter when he got home, apologizing basically for being out until 2 a.m, saying he'll be back in the evening and maybe they can do something together. And be strong. God wants you to be strong. Oh, it's just diabolically horrible. Ugh. Somebody wrote, it skipped ahead. Cody had his last tryst. I think Cody's having lots of trysts. Before, during, and probably will happen again after all the marriages. Now, Robin put an end to that. But I think he had plenty of tryst with Robin prior to them getting married. Allegedly. I think her stuff, yeah, I don't know if she has that. I would like to know that. That is a question. Just a small town girl that came to my mind. She said, is it weird that she's keeping all of her stuff in storage and is still not, is she still not here or near him? I think this way. Is she still not near him? I don't think she's going to give anything back to him anymore. I think she boxed it all up. I think it went into storage. And then when she moved to Parowan, it probably went into storage in that carriage house. So she pulled them out from there. I don't know that she has enough stuff that she actually needs a storage unit. She does. They're all hoarders because Mary's like the clean freak that has everything all organized and put away. So if she actually needs to rent a storage unit, especially if she had a storage unit before coming from a 5,000 square foot house, but she's got that whole B&B, which is not a B&B anymore. So there's no reason for her to need a storage area whatsoever. You just take one of the rooms and make it your storage room. Keep the door closed and people don't have to see it. I don't know. I feel like I'm solving problems for this family all the time. I feel like they're always struggling with what to do. I said in the video, what do you do with the wedding dress? You donate it to a Salvation Army or a Goodwill. Somebody in a theater program is going to pick it up and love it. And it's going to be the perfect dress that they need for some performance at something. There you go. Reuse. I know her grandmother helped her make it, but like when you look at it, do you think of your grandma or do you think of your wedding day? I'm sure there's other things that she has from her grandma. I say donate it. Get rid of it. Next. What do I do with all this gold? Yeah, take it to We Buy Gold store. There's one on every corner of every major city. You go there, you drop it off. Will you get top dollar for it? Probably not. Does it matter? No, you're going to get something. Take the money and enjoy yourself. Do something special for yourself. There you go. So you're not using the actual gold. There's no energy affiliated with the gold anymore. She's worried about that. The energy is not going to transfer onto the cash. Take the cash, buy yourself some sort of jewelry that you like. And Mary can't even wear a lot of jewelry because she has allergic reactions to it. She has very few things that she can wear. So I wonder if she could even ever wear that gold necklace. That's a good question. Veteran securities to keep her close. And Denim said, if I was Mary, I would box those letters up, put a sign on it. It says Cody and Robin, and leave it kind of pass as I drive off after the big meeting. Yeah. Oh, by the way, here's a box of stuff you guys might want to go through. Robin could not help herself. She'd have to read them. Cody would be like, oh no, let's get rid of these. She would see to it. She'd be like, okay, I'll take them out to trash. Tomorrow, I'll take them out. And she'll stay up all night as she does anyway. Speaking of staying up all night, what's that all about? What? Why? Why is it a rotating door of kids coming in your room all night long? She said she couldn't sleep all night. She got no sleep all night. So it's not just that they're coming in at night before they go to sleep to come in and like debrief on their day if they were gone and they got in late. Like that happened with my girls at times, rarely my son. I have to go to my son and ask him, so how was it? And I get the full answer, but he's not an initiator of communication. We're working on it. I've got to get him trained before he has a wife. So, but the girls would come home if they were out on a date, or if they were out with a bunch of friends, or if they were at a school dance or whatever. As soon as they came home, they would come into my room and share with me, even if it was just briefly, like, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but oh, it was so much fun. This happened, this happened, this happened. And can you believe this? Can you believe that? I'm like, oh, it's exciting. And then they would go. If my night light was on, or if my nightstand light was on, or something like that, if I was laying in bed and the lights were all off, all off, and it was dark, no, they're not coming in and waking me up to tell me something that can wait until morning. Why do they have to keep coming in? What can't wait until the break of dawn is what I want to know. What is it? Or are they keeping her up really all morning because she doesn't go to bed all night long? Staying up doing her Amazon shopping. Goes to bed at 2 a.m. So now she's not getting any sleep because in the morning and they have questions about things, they're coming in. I don't know, but it makes no sense. Her kids are too old to need to keep coming into her bedroom all night long. And you can tell Cody is over it. I can't believe this woman, Robin, has not gotten pregnant and said, whoops, to have another decade of keeping Cody away and having another child in her bed and in her bedroom. I'd do it. I mean, you have to go through labor. That's the only downside. I never minded my pregnancies. Labor is the only thing you have to go through. And that's, over in 12 hours. So I'll deal with that for a decade of keeping Cody off of me for sure. And you get a beautiful baby out of it. I mean, come on. Yeah. I bet she's tried. I bet they're just dried up. Eggs aren't dropping anymore. They're scrambled. Okay. Yes. He made the comment that, a dance is where Robin and I first connected. Well, he did have a conversation with her on that front lawn. See, the whole thing, I'm telling you, the whole thing was planned. There's no reason Robin keeps driving 3.5 hours to visit her friend Reba, and then we don't see Reba, her cousin Reba. We don't see Reba on the show at all. We know nothing about her. Reba. My email's down below. Now, Reba, I want to talk to. Reba knows it all. Oh, Reba. Listen, I can tell, I can say, I heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend who heard it from a friend. But she knows where all the skeletons are buried. She knows exactly how it went down. And I am fine with the fact that Reba saw this opportunity, loved Robin, forgot her name, loved Robin, wanted to become closer with her cousin, wasn't really close with her. Maybe she even admired her or something. I don't know. And said, hey, this is happening up here. Why don't you come up and you can stay with me? And even if she did it out of fangirling, Robin, which is odd, but I don't know. To each their different strokes. I don't know how old this Reba was, if she was older, if she was younger, if she looked up to her, if she was I don't know. Maybe there was admiration for Alice or Alice's husband or something. It's wanted to become friends with the family or do a solid for somebody. I don't know what the incentive and the motivation was originally, but I want to know, was it Robin who initially reached out to Reba and said, hey, can I come to your church? And was she pulling the wool over Reba's eyes as well? That Reba had no idea, because apparently the AUB is small enough that word got out about this TLC show to all the different places around. So word got down to St. George that there's this family up there. And so Robin does her research. She sees him. She's like, yeah, kind of looks like my ex-husband. Not quite as good looking as my ex-husband, but he'll do. He's not horrible. I got to get in with that family. So she calls up Miss Reba. How does Reba feel after Robin keeps going up to visit her, driving 3.5 hours, 4 hours, I think it is actually, 4 hours, 300 some miles, 4 hours to visit her and stay with her multiple times until she got to know Cody. And then Cody started to go down there to visit her, so she didn't have to do the drive up anymore. There's no other reason. We see nothing, we hear nothing about how close her and Reba are. Never once saw Reba on the show. Know nothing about Miss Reba. I need to ask that question to my contact who knows people in the family to see if they know anything about Reba. Might not, but they might know the story. Like, because she's not part of their family. She was a cousin of Robin's, so it would be Robin's family. But the fact that she was in the AUB, they would know her. Small enough religion. Oh, wouldn't it be great? I get myself so excited about things that aren't going to happen. But anyway, a girl can dream. So yeah, so somehow magically, Robin decides, I'm going to drive 4 hours and I'm going to visit my cousin Reba because she's my bestie all of a sudden. And wouldn't you know, she goes to the exact same church Cody Brown does. Who knew? So she manages to do the eye look in church. We're going to sit behind them. She's like, oh, I get, there's a row right there. Let's go sit right there. She sits down. She does the little glance and smile and wink and shy. She puts on her shy act for Cody. He gets all smitten, doesn't know what to do with himself. And then I think Reba contacted Cody. This is how I think it went down. I think she calls Cody and tells Cody, you know, that there's a girl at my church that maybe you should get to know. We'll be on the front lawn, because who hangs out on their front lawn? We'll all be hanging out on our front lawn between this time and this time. If you can drive by and happen to stop by to say hi, I'll see to it that an introduction happens. And it could also be that right after the church service, Robin said to Reba, who's that guy? Is he taking any more wives? Do you think you can reach out for me? Like, I'm telling you, Reba is the key to it all. Reba knows it all. I mean, so does Cody, but he's not going to say. And I think he played Mary. He played her like a fiddle. So he's like, let's go on a date. Let's do some driving around. Let's go to dinner. And then let's just drive down here. And let's see if any of our friends. Oh, look, Reba has people over. There's people from our church. Oh, and other people. I don't know who they are, but let's just stop by. And then right away, Robin swoops into Mary, because that's what you have to do. She beelines it for Mary and carries on a conversation with Mary and acts like Mary is the friend that she never had. I bet she even used those words. I find it so hard to connect with people, and I don't know what it is about you, Mary, but like, I just feel like you're a sister to me. I mean, I'm convinced of it. I'm telling you, I'm cosplaying this whole thing. I get it. It's like one of those channels that you watch where it says what happened on Sister Wives. And you're like, how do they know all this stuff? And none of it's true. They like wrote it. It's all fan fiction. This is my Sister Wife fan fiction story. But I think it's true. I do believe this is how it went down. And so he tries to play it cool and pretty much stay away, says hi to her and flirts a little bit. Where's your husband? He knew. She didn't have a husband. That whole thing goes down. And then afterwards, Mary's like, oh, she was really cute, wasn't she? Mm-hmm. Because Mary's not getting along with Christine and Janelle, who were besties at that time. Odd one out. Now, at first they weren't besties, but by this time they were. Mary became the odd one out. Three's always a crowd. That's how it went down. And so what happens? Wouldn't you know? For a third time in like 3 months, Robin drives 4 hours to see her best friend Reba. leaving all the kids behind. Like, she's a single mom of 3 kids, but she was on a hunt. That's what she was. She drives 4 hours again, stays with Reba so that she can go to this dance, which by this point, she's told Mama Alice about the situation and about this Cody guy and about the show. And Mama Alice is like, you go get your scent out there, little girly. Go. So she used the excuse she had a supervisor sister, which didn't make any sense because at the time, I swear she said her sister was married. That didn't make any sense. And her brother. I didn't know about the brother or what his situation was. So she goes to the dance and ends up dancing with Cody. And that's when she laid it on thick and he fell deep. The same dance that Christine was at, but Christine left early. Why Christine leave early? Pregnant. Poor pregnant Christine goes to the dance and Mary and Cody and Robin are there. But Mary and Cody do not introduce Robin to Christine. Mm-mm. We're going to wait. We're going to let this go. It's a little secret. Cody did that with Mary all the time. It's our secret. We have this little secret. We have that little secret. Just you and me, Mary. Nobody else knows. Mary ate it up. Her insecurity and her need to be loved and her need to feel important, he played into. Boy, he's the worst. He's the worst. Okay. Did you all appreciate that little story I told? I'm telling you that's how it went down. And someday we're going to get to the bottom of it. Someday. Can't wait. Anybody out there who's a cousin or a friend or a brother, who else knows Reba? Come on. Contact me. Send me an email. By the way, guys, I did get another email that has some juicy details about the family, about people who know the family. I have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and clarify. It was a lot, and I was in a hurry, and there were times that it said, don't mention this. So I'm not going to talk anything about the letter at all. But like, this is something that I just wanted you to know to have background information, but they don't want this out publicly. So like, I can't screw up. It's the last thing I can do is slip and say something I'm not supposed to say. So I got to read through it multiple times, figure it all out, and then go back to the person who sent it to me and clarify. Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I say this? Can I say that? Can I say that? You know, like how can I do this? And then eventually I'll put it all together and put a video out. But there are people out there who know things. I'm here for you. What you want me to say, I'll say. What you don't want me to say, I won't say. You want to be anonymous? I'm cool with that. All right. Oh, that's so funny. Lady Beth. 7 probably has the kids on a rotating schedule with alarms to come in all night long. Oh, gosh. Vixen said, Robin left Preston in ruins. She destroyed his business that he had. She constantly lied, hiding things all the time. She would go shopping, hide them. Yeah, she had some shed in the back full of stuff that she would just buy, knowing that you're not allowed to buy anything. She has issues. She has major insecurity issues. Robin does. Yes. Robin and Cody alike. What a mess. All right. Lit Mom. Hi, Lit Mom. AKA, I'm trying to think of what your normal handle is. I know YouTube changed them again. I was watching some other channel, some financial channel the other day, and people were saying, how come my name has changed again? I don't know what's going on with YouTube, the handles, but gosh, it's at the tip of my tongue, your other name. Okay. I think Christine had inside information on Robin beforehand, and that's why they didn't want Christine to meet her probably till TLC contracts were all signed. It's a possibility. Hopkins Hospital, that's where Hunter works. Thank you. John Hopkins. Good hospital. Um, Michelle, I can't believe Cody thinks to be a man, you have to stick your hormones out there. He is so sick. I was not able to zoom in and see it. Now I can try again, but I couldn't, when I zoomed in, it got too blurry. I couldn't get a still frame shot that was clear enough that I could see what it said. I wish I did. Cody vetted her hard. Yes. No, Reba is not Robin's friend who catfished her. Her friend who catfished her, her name was, oh gosh, that escapes me now. Is not Reba. Reba is never on the Sister Wives show at all. The only way we know about Reba is from the Sister Wives book. The person who was the friend of Robin's, who was a friend of the catfisher. So it's like the in-between person, because Robin wasn't a direct friend with the catfisher to our knowledge. But she was friends with, oh, her name will come to me or somebody will say it. This other person, Kendra. Thank you, Kendra. Yes, Kendra. And Kendra is the one that lived in sort of the San Francisco area. She had a bunch of kids. She was in LDS. I don't believe she was AUB. I don't know how Robin knew her, and I don't know how they were friends. We never really found out. She was the one that, she was on the show because she was the one when they took the trip to San Francisco, you know, when Cody tried to kill Truly by dehydrating her and having her kidneys all fail that time. That's when Christine they were all there trying on dresses for, I think it was the commitment ceremony, maybe. I don't know. It was a wasted trip, but it was supposed to be a bonding experience for the Sister Wives. It was almost a deadly bonding experience. So that woman who met them and was taking them to the different stores, because she was a designer herself in the fashion world, so she knew about this stuff. She didn't know that much. Kendra took them all to stores that only had like sample sizes. So Robin's the only one could try everything on. Or she knew him well enough. Maybe between her and Robin, they decided, let's go to stores that only you can try things on. That was horrible. And now it sounds like, I think there's a plus size store down the street. Let's go look. It was just, the whole thing was uncomfortable to watch and horrendous. So that was Kendra. That was Robin's friend. She also made some clothes for my sister wife's closet at one point. I never saw anything but jewelry in my sister wife's closet, but I never looked at it until like the past couple of years. I never looked when they were really selling the stuff. I wasn't interested in anything that Robin had to sell. So I didn't even look at it. But apparently she designed some clothing for it. So there's that. All right. So what else is okay? So then there was the dancing scene, and that's kind of how it ended. Besides them talking about how the kids came into their room, which makes no sense. And I don't know. Are they still that spoiled? Are they still that immature that they can't make it through the night without visiting mom and dad? I don't know. But Cody did make a point to say that they come in to get loving and hugs and conversations with their mom. Nobody's interested in visiting Cody, understandably. But I thought it was funny that he did specifically say with their mom. Those will sell as well as my sister wife's closet jewelry. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think it lasted very long. I think it was a short-lived clothing line. So besides the dancing thing, let me change the banner again. My alarm didn't go off for the second time. I must not have set it to go off every week. Here we go. Whoops, banners. Okay, so this is the rest of the Keep the Lights On level supporters. Yeah, Robin continuing to pray. Yeah. When was the last time that they referred to him as Littles? It wasn't that long ago. They're not little anymore. God, they have to be so annoying in school. The little one, anyway. All right, I'm not going to talk about them. They're under 18. They don't have a choice. They have to be put on the show, so it is what it is. But I will talk about Robin and Cody's parenting or their lack of abilities, which I just came across that tape when I was going through my phone and a bunch of clips too. The time when Cody was talking about how difficult it was. He made a point to see the other wives to the extent that Ariella was holding on to his leg and dragging him back and saying, please don't go, don't leave me. And I kept saying, I have to. I've got other wives. I've got other moms that I have to go see. He corrects himself. He didn't say wives to her. So, he's making up this whole little story anyway. He was probably like, I know, I don't want to go either, is what really went down. But he's telling us that this is how it went down and how difficult it was for him to go. They share that information with Janelle. Janelle's talking head says, well, that's just bad parenting. All of our kids knew that their dad had to leave and go to somebody else's house. And they're all fine with it. And they're all well-adjusted adults. So if they couldn't explain that to their kids and get them to understand it, then that was just bad parenting. I love me some Janelle. Call them out. Yes. All right. Are you guys trying to do the deep dive and find this? I do know that she lives in Lehigh, I believe. That's where the church was anyway. So I would say, if not, it's a surrounding city of Lehigh. Oh, yeah, totally. Lady Bat 48. The jewelry was ugly. It was overpriced. And they catered to polygamous families, but then said, oh, but it could also apply to just sister friends, even though it says like a big SW on it. It says sister wife that looked like Superwoman. It's like written in a font of a child. Ugh, it was just the worst. It really was the worst. But yeah, Reba. I don't know. We gotta find Reba. I know nothing else about her. She shares nothing else in the book. You guys are talking all about Cody's stink. For those who didn't see Special Forces, he congratulated Gia for her great hygiene and how she's washing her face all the time. He's like, I don't bother with washing here, and people know I just stink, and laughs. Like, body odor is funny, especially when you have to sleep in the same room with him. He wakes up in the morning and is looking down at himself and is like, my shirt is filthy. Well, we heard from Sean Johnson, you're supposed to be washing their clothes every night. That's why it was also exhausting, as they had to go out and scrub them and hang them on a line. Now, I think they had 2 sets when they were wearing, and then they would have a clean set that was like drying during the day. But sometimes they would go through 2 sets a day. Okay. Kendra. I wonder if Kendra will ever really come out and speak the truth too. Or if she even really, what is her connection in all this? How did that come to be? Did she ever figure out? She kind of seems not so bright. So there is a part of me that thinks she could have just been snookered in all of this plan as well. And that the other person somehow found a way to get to know Kendra, knowing that Kendra was a friend of, because it would have been after Kendra was on the show. So if she would have known that somebody knew Kendra and she could get into Kendra's circles and befriend Kendra, then she could get information about Robin. And I don't know why I keep forgetting Robin's name tonight. My brain wants to forget her. All right. Kendra made contact through Facebook with the catfisher. So the catfisher contacted Kendra. And then they became friends that way. Cody hates soap. Oh, his clothes are dirty and smelly. Can you imagine how stinky and smelly his shirts have to be after being in the desert, sweating all day long and doing all those workouts and that? And that even if he took a shower and then he put the dirty clothes back on, what's the point? Like, gross. But he probably didn't, because I know their showers might have been warm. I know when they do these in other countries, there's some locations that are colder, and so they have ice cold showers because they don't heat it up for them. But their showers are probably warm. They may have been hot, being in the desert. All right, I just have a couple minutes, and then I have to jump over to the other channel and watch Seeking Sister Wife. Too many names that are similar, I tell you. Keeping it real. That's Janelle all the time. Love that family. There's not one person on that side of the family that annoys me. Not one. I mean, I did say I didn't like Gabe's earring, but I just don't like his earring. I love Gabe. I love every single one of Janelle's kids. 100%. And I don't love all of Christine's, but they're okay. I love most of them. How about that? And the rest of them are okay. Most of them, I think are good. And okay, I could say I love them all except one. Just leave it at that. But that person's okay too. It's just that person is just as confused as Christine is. So there you go. You don't think that Jackie was that diabolical? Wait, who's Jackie? Are we talking about my sister wife, the Jackie in there? Okay. Well, he had to. I think that there are times they have to have at least one set that's clean. Because the one time I remember the Special Forces guy saying, come out in your clean fatigues. Not fatigues, but yeah, they said uniforms, but they said your clean ones specifically. And then they put him through a workout. That's why they had him wear the clean ones. So now they're all dirty, and they had more work to do that night. That was just right before the obstacle course one on the last challenge. They said that. So he does wash at times. How well, I don't know, but I don't know how much he's washing his body. According to his own words. People just know I'm stinky. Hygiene, overrated. All right. We've reached the end. Wasn't a bad episode. Wasn't as sensational, but it didn't make our stomachs upset. So that's a good thing. I like it when I can leave it at the end and not be like, oh. I wasn't. I was like, okay. Cody and Robin are now the boring ones, and we're really starting to enjoy the other sister wives. I liked all three of them. For different reasons, but I liked all three of them. All right. Thanks for being here. I know it's time to jump over. Thanks for being here. That's right. Yeah, Jackie. Oh, yes, Jackie Overton, the catfisher. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Teresa Skinner. Your name just came to me. How about that? I do have a brain. Can't remember Robin's name, but I remembered your other name. Oh, yeah. Oh, so she tell we might. We'll see. I don't know. The other content creators might take a different perspective. They might say it was boring and they wanted more drama from Robin and Cody. But I'm like, we get so much of it. I'm okay. And we have special forces going on, especially with everything that happened this past week. I was just so happy, I think, that this wasn't another Cody being a complete a-hole. I'm just so glad that it was just boring Cody and Robin and great other stuff. Good content. All right. Thank you all for being here. I love you all very much. You are very dear to me. I love you, sister friends. Mwah. Videos coming out later this week. Keep your eyes open. Take care. God bless. Adios. See you next time. Bye.
I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6, and it rattled me.
I had a lover in college, and it was a little tryst. I was a naughty boy. I had a dirty thought, and I thought David and I should go on a guys trip together.
I might have to agree. That would be cool.
I just thought, no.
David out on a guy's weekend.
Yeah, that's just it would be cool.
Oh, he was kind of up for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Things that make you go,